rest of the community is subsidizing it. Very west.
Yeah. Yes. Yep, you too.
Have some letter you drafted about
I'd like to call to order the Human Services Committee. If we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If the clerk could take the roll, please.
Commissioner Samasco.
Present.
Commissioner Baldwin.
Here.
Commissioner Bohm.
Here.
Commissioner Torello.
Here.
Commissioner Rushing.
Here.
Commissioner Vanden Bosch.
Here.
Commissioner Beaton.
Present. Are there any additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda?
Make a motion.
Support.
Support.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 3, citizens wishing to be heard. There's one this evening. Ann Mortimer. Just go to the podium. Yep.
I want to thank you for listening to me. I lost my husband on August 31st to West Nile in the city of Port Huron. We had come back from camping on the 3rd of August, and he died on August 31st. It has an incubation period of 2 to 6 days, no longer than 14. He caught it sitting on his own front porch. I called the health department. It's a long story, but I'll make it short. I asked them if they had heard from the state of Michigan that he died of it, and they admitted that they had. And I said, you're not putting any notices out to the people. And they said, we can't, it's a HIPAA violation. I said, I call BS on it. I'm an RN. That's not a HIPAA violation to warn the people of Port Huron to empty out the water from their yards, to take precautions with their kids. And they said, well, we warned everybody in May and June. I said, the only warning I could find is that you said Emmett Township had it. They said, that was your warning. I said, are you testing in Port Huron to see how bad it is? And silence. I said, your silence is an answer to me. You're telling me you are not testing here at all. It's just, if it's in Emmett Township, then everybody better beware. And that was the message that should have been put out by the health department. You know, if it's in Emmett Township, it's all over. Prepare for it, take care of your kids. I wouldn't have had my husband go out and sit on the front porch without putting a DEET product on him. I wouldn't have done it. He never caught COVID. I took precautions so that he wouldn't. I was not given the opportunity, and a whole bunch of people in Port Huron who I've talked to, because I'm telling people all over that nobody's doing anything, nobody's saying anything. And I know you cannot stop West Nile. We can't, but we can warn people, and we can do a better job on this. What I got, because I told her I will tell people, and I will tell people how the health department blows it off as a HIPAA violation, which it isn't. And what I got was a letter from the city of Port Huron. They're doing a cleanup scheduled for October 12th from 9 a.m. till noon. And it's going to be the area of Oak Street, Cedar, 10th Street, and 15th Street.
Hold you on right now. Lisa, your discretion. Our 3 minutes are up, so if you want to let her read the letter.
If you could just wrap it up. We have to stick to the 3 minutes for everyone.
Okay, I was just saying this is a very small area that they're doing this cleanup in. I'm sure it's because I rattled some cages on this, and this is their way. I called the city of Port Huron and said, well, what are you going to do about your storm sewers? Because New York declared an emergency with the EEE with 1 death, and they're treating the storm sewers to get rid of the mosquitoes in an area. And I have not yet heard back from them. Nothing.
I can't imagine with my wife if you're losing your spouse, but you do have to wrap it up.
I'm done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other citizens wishing to be heard this evening? Seeing none, we'll move on to updates. Any updates from commissioners? None. Any conceptual initiatives this evening? None. No old business, so we'll move on to 7A, the 2025 Memorandum of Agreement with the MSU Extension Services in St. Clair County.
Good evening. Carly Krager, District 10 Director for MSU Extension. I attached to the agenda our draft FY 2025 Memorandum of Agreement for MSU Extension. Nothing has changed. We are asking for a 3% increase just across the board. So just as far as personnel and everything else, nothing has changed though. So I'll answer any questions if anybody has any.
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Are there any other human services matters this evening? None. Moving on for item 9, information only.
Make a motion to receive and file.
Thank you. Support. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 10, a motion to receive and file packets. So moved. Baldwin.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
Make that motion.
Support. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.
County Judiciary and Public Safety Committee to order. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Samasco. Present. Commissioner Baldwin.
Here.
Commissioner Beeden.
Present.
Commissioner Bohm.
Here.
Commissioner Torello.
Here.
Commissioner Rushing.
Here.
Commissioner Vandenbosch.
Here. Any additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda?
Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Support.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Any citizens wishing to be heard on Judiciary or Public Safety? Hearing none, moving on to, we have no updates, no conceptual initiatives, and no old business, so new business. 7A, data drops for public defenders' new office location.
Make a motion to send to full board.
Support.
Any questions on it? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Sheriff's contract for police services with the city of Algonac.
Make a motion to move that to full board.
Support.
Any questions on that? We do have the undersheriff in the audience if we need to ask him any. He loves to get up and speak. I know he does.
Dressed for the occasion?
Hearing no questions, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Fiscal year 2025 Emergency Management Performance Grant Initial Work Agreement.
Make a motion to send to full board. Support.
Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Approval of the 24-25 Child Care Fund Budget.
Motion to send that to full board.
Support.
Any questions on that one? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Sheriff's Office Manning Table Revisions, FOIA Service Bureau Coordinator.
Make a motion to send to full board. Support.
Any questions on this one? Because he's here. One last time. I got one.
I think this position, correct me if I'm wrong, is full, because Scott was doing a lot of this work
Is.
before. Yeah, that's what he does.
That's the
full-time.
question I had for it. This is long overdue, isn't it?
Look, Commissioner, go ahead with your question.
This is long overdue, isn't it?
It's quite overdue.
This is a really taxing and extremely difficult position.
Well, as we increase with technology and specifically body cameras,
we realized that there would be a FOIA burden, but we didn't realize how bad it was. And we've had almost 500 requests already this year for FOIA. A lot of it is body camera stuff, in-car video. And when you think of just a request for a body camera at a scene, it's not one. Usually we have 3 or 4 officers when people are requesting this stuff. And it takes roughly, for every hour of video, around 2.5 to 3 hours of redaction. Even though we do have a little bit of software, it does help, but you still have to go through and watch it again to make sure there are certain things that are not going to be released.
Correct.
So it's very time consuming.
And thank you for bringing that to us. I think it's, yeah, go ahead.
On the hours that are required, do you have a set rate to fill the FOIA request?
So there is a rate, and the rate usually is the lowest person that is able to do the job.
Yeah.
So really, what people are paying is not even going to be close to pay for a position or any means. I mean, the money amount that we make in there are very minuscule.
But you do charge for it?
We do charge.
Thank you.
But this is going to be ongoing and increasing, and eventually may end up being almost a small department within your department.
It could be at the rate we're moving now. Hopefully this will really combat what we have now. We'll be able to meet these requests in a timely fashion, and this is going to be a big step for us.
Because we're state required by certain time frames, aren't we?
Yes, correct.
Anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you, Under Sheriff. Fiscal year 2025 Residential Substance Abuse Treatment Grant Award.
Motion.
Support.
Any questions on this one? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Any other judiciary public safety matters? Yes?
So I actually do have a question about item A. It wouldn't change my vote, but just out of curiosity, the data drops for the public defender's new space. So we were in a space, we were asked to leave. Was our contract up, or did we have to leave that early?
It was requested due to the Children's Museum that they were not compatible offices.
So who pays for this? So we got out early, right? We got out of our space early. We actually gave ARPA funds for the Children's Museum. So is this cost on us also?
It will be covered by the grant from the state because it's required for us to have the office.
Okay, thank you.
Any other judiciary public safety matters? Hearing none, moving over to receive and file packets.
Motion to receive and file?
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Adjournment.
Motion to adjourn. Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
At this time, I'd like to call the Board of Commissioners Environmental Public Works Committee meeting to order. May we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Samasco,
Still present.
Commissioner Baldwin,
Here.
Commissioner Beeden,
Present.
Commissioner Bohm,
Here.
Commissioner Rushing,
Here.
Commissioner Vanden Bosch.
Here.
Commissioner Terrell.
Here. Any deletions or additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda this evening?
Motion to approve it as presented?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I do not have any citizens wishing to be heard. Is there any citizens wishing to be heard tonight?
Update?
Yep. any-
Yes, one.
Yeah.
The road did get finished in city of Memphis and abutting to Riley Township. And I know none of you young people actually look at stuff on Facebook, but there is some groups that are there, and just lots and lots of praise that it finally got done, because it's been 3 decades in the making, and the road is fantastic. They did a fantastic job on it. Our St. Clair County Road Commission, working with the city of Memphis, really great job on it.
Any conceptual initiatives? Thank you. No old business. Moving to new business, item 7A, the landfill janitorial extension.
Motion to send it full board?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 7B, the resolution 2024-22 authorizing the submission of Michigan Lighthouse Assistance Program grant.
Make a motion.
Support. Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 7C, the Parks and Recreation, Michigan Department of Transportation Performance Resolution.
Make a motion to move that to full board.
Support. Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 7D, the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority, BOD reappointments.
Motion.
Support.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Why do we have, and it's probably an obvious one, why do we have somebody outside of St. Clair County serving on the board? The advisory board. That's one of the reappointments.
Where's Jeff
So
Donaldson?
I would probably hesitate to that and see if we can find somebody within St. Clair County rather than somebody from North Branch. That's one of the reappointments.
Is she the lady that works in Yale?
Right now, I couldn't tell you. I just saw the reappointment, and it's from North Branch, why we don't have somebody from St. Clair County
This is
to
true.
address us.
I don't know if it's sometimes industry by statute. Let's pass it on and get the answer by next meeting.
Where we asked the question here.
Yeah.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 8, the Smith Creek Landfill Activities Report.
Make a motion to file.
Support?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Is there any other environmental?
Was it North Branch or North Street?
No, I said North Branch.
Yeah, on the roster.
Did it say
it's
North?
Branch.
Okay.
Yeah. I think she's in Yale. I think she's, I don't
We'll get the
know.
answer. I was just,
And it says North Branch, and that's where actually my sister-in-law lives. So that got my attention.
Yeah, thank you. Any other environmental work matters? Item 10, information only. It's the monthly Parks and Recreation financial documents.
Make a motion.
Support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 11, receive and file packet.
Motion to receive and file.
Support. Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And adjournment, please.
Make a motion.
Support.
Thank you. 2:20. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
This time, I'd like to call the Ways and Means Committee to order. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Samasco? Present. Commissioner Baldwin?
Here.
Commissioner Beeden?
Present.
Commissioner Bohm?
here.
Commissioner Trello?
Here.
Commissioner Vanden Bosch?
Here.
Commissioner Rushing?
Here. Item 2, additions, deletion, changes to the agenda. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passed. We have one citizen to be heard, Don Falk.
Good evening. I'm, with Libby Prill's permission, I have something I want to read to you guys. Regarding the proposed data mining center in China Township located on King Road next to the Crossroads Community Church and Pine River Elementary. Trustee Dan Turk called the community in Texas where people are getting sick and recounted his discussion regarding the health and environment impact in his public comments at the September 26th meeting. I want to make you aware that I spoke to a East China School District parent and neighbor to the proposed site. She contacted representative neighbor of the Wyoming community where Saber 656, or now Solstice LLC, has a data mining center, who resides 900 feet from the data mine, or she resides 900 feet from their data mining center. People living in the community at Saber 66 Wyoming plant said that they were promised everything. Once approved, the building went up in weeks and is more akin to a barn. They violated ordinance from the get-go, and they are rude and indifferent to complaints. The community has brownouts about 3 times a week during the night. It shuts down medical equipment like CPAPs and has burned out appliances. Electric bills have increased 30 to 50 a month. The data center does some type of heavy processing at night, which sounds like Niagara Falls and makes homes shake and vibrate. The wildlife, like antelope and eagles, no longer drink at the stream that runs through the property. All have disappeared except for some small birds. Horses in a neighboring pasture now keep to the far side of the pasture in a huddle. The people in Wyoming and Texas say that they are living a nightmare. Pine River Building principal is a PhD who reached out to the U of M, who said that the noise is a negative factor in learning. East China School District Superintendent Suzanne Cibula said that she doesn't care about the tax revenue. It isn't in the best interest of the children. She was unaware of the project until John Golan asked her to speak to her before the presentation to China Township residents on September 19th. As I told people waiting in the gallery, I felt that he called her to the back to ask her to support the project, and that is exactly what took place. That's why he came back to the gallery without copies of the agenda that he went back to make. 2 county commissioners, church pastor, and a seasoned registered nurse, and 3 China Township trustees are against this for community health reasons. Again, I think the community understands the need for the data centers, but they need to be located where they're not affecting health and have a detrimental effect on the community residents. And then she recommended that you send letters to the superintendent of the school board, to John Golan, the clerk of the township, and the trustee there at East China. She recommended that they reach out to you guys about this too. It is extremely important to fill the hall. Whoops. Sorry, I have to go back. I further encourage you to reach out to the St. Clair County Board of Commissioners and ask them to deny any request for tax abatement.
Yeah, you need to wrap it up, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
And encourage them to develop a county ordinance to develop stringent limiting ordinance for data mining and data centers within our county. Thank you.
I have no other citizens to be heard. Do we have any updates? None. Conceptual initiatives. Old business, none. New business, 7A, resolution imposing 2024 December property tax levy.
Make a
Have a
motion to
motion.
send, support? No, you were the-
Any
Motion? Make a motion to send to full board.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passed. Moving 7B, zero trust solution purchase for information technology.
Move to full board.
Support?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passed. 7C, contract approval request, 2025 Regional Education Service Agency payroll services.
Make a motion to send it to the full board.
Support?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passed. 7D, Commissioner Beaton, District 3, American Rescue Plan Act Project, City of Port Huron Neighborhood Improvement Authority enhancements.
Make a motion to move that to full board. Support?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passed. 7E, Commissioner Beaton, District 3, American Rescue Plan Act Project, City of Port Huron Police Department radios.
Make a motion to send it to full board.
Support.
Any
The
discussion?
only discussion I will say was there was peer pressure for your on PD, all the other radios that have been going on, so they're hopefully they'll get some radios.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
I got District 5 to support Ira Township.
There's a lot of positive peer pressure happening, so that's good for our
I'm
residents.
surprised those things lasted as long as they did. It still just shocks me in
I'm
technology.
still using mine.
Well, it's on.
I love that radio.
Is it a pager?
No, it's not that pager thing.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passed. This time, any other Ways and Means Matters?
I have one, David. So I am going to be gone October 16th and 17th. I'm going to be in Buffalo with the Wilson Foundation. The Wilson Foundation was formed when Ralph Wilson, the former owner of the Buffalo Bills, passed. He sold the Buffalo Bills for $1.2 billion, and they have a mandatory spend down on it. It's got to be gone in 20 years. St. Clair County has been on the receiving end of substantial monies from the Wilson Foundation. I think you guys got $500,000 for their little project down there in Marine City, you know, numerous other things. We actually held a panel discussion at McMorran a little bit ago. I was one of the 4 panelists. We got invited out there by them, and we're going to go out there with a group. They gave us $1 million after the last panel discussion. They like the work that's going on in St. Clair County, so we're going to continue to hopefully be on the receiving end of some of the Wilson money. I know the agenda's going to be pretty small next week, but I thought it was important to be out there and trying to bring some cash home, so.
You do a lot of great things with the Wilson Foundation, a lot of great things.
Any other ways and means matter?
Not to throw you off the island, Jeff, but I did suggest that somebody go with you, like the Parks Director. Were you able to look at any of that, or?
They had put the invites out to a bunch of people. There was a list I emailed to you and who responded
Oh, I
that they
didn't-
were going. Yeah, I sent it over.
Well, I saw
to
your
you.
email, said you're going, yeah.
Yeah, but then I sent the list over to you.
Oh, I
and
didn't see
who-
that
yeah,
yet.
Who was going, but it is the Community Foundation's invite too, so you can make
So
suggestions.
you're going on behalf of the foundation or the county?
Well, the
Both?
Community Foundation invited me. Like I said, I was a panelist at the previous, meeting just to talk about all this, stuff
I mean,
going on.
if there's some way to get something where our Parks Director could go, I think we should fund that, whatever, if there's a cost involved, because, so you can make those contacts and.
Yeah,
know
oh,
those
no
people.
question about it.
Were you going to look into that, or any luck with that?
Yeah, I mean, I was got to call into Jackie to see, but there again, I'm not going to, I'll ask if he can come along, but I'm not going to invite somebody
Oh, I
to
know
somebody
that, I
else's
know.
meeting.
I get that. All right.
So, and all the money generally goes from foundation to foundation. So it's usually, if there's a project that the community foundation partners up with the county, but the money actually goes to
I
the
see.
community foundation, then it goes to the
Got it.
other, the
All right.
other areas. That's where that's how you got your money, David, down in Marine City, or that went, that's.
Foundation.
yeah.
And for the marina,
So he's going more for the foundation.
Pitch the county, right?
Just,
So you
I only have one thing, and just a reminder, as all the commissioners got their request in for their ARPA funds, use the balance of it. So there's a reminder, if anybody hasn't, make sure you get them in before the end of the year.
No,
In fact-
before October 25th.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So so try to have it done by our next meeting. So if not, you might lose those. Any other ways and means matter? Information only. Can I have a motion to receive and file packets?
So moved. Support.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passed. Next, we got a closed session for collective bargaining, labor negotiations, strategy discussion, and adjournment after that. Can I have a motion for that?
So moved.
support.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passed.